Well viewers, you are now conversant with instructions belonging to data transfer and arithmetic group, logical and branch group. This lesson introduces you with stack, IO and machine control group of instructions. Instructions related to stack are called stack instructions. Instructions which enable the microprocessor to communicate with the outside world are IO instructions. Instructions which control the machine functions are the machine control instructions. These instructions do not affect any flags. Let us discuss stack instructions. As discussed earlier, stack is a portion of read-write memory specially reserved to store information temporarily during the execution of a program. Stack is shared both by the programmer and by the microprocessor. The programmer can store and retrieve the contents of a register pair. Similarly, the microprocessor automatically stores and retrieves the content of program counter whenever it finds call and return instructions. Let us now discuss push instructions. Push instruction stores the contents of the register pair onto the stack. Various push instructions are the format is push RP. RP is the register pair. The various push instructions can be push B, push D, push H, push PSW. Now B means BC, D means DE, H means HL, PSW means program status word, which means the content of accumulator and the flag register. Let us look at an example of push instruction. Let the content of BC is 1200H and the content of DE register pair is 5638H, and say the stack pointer is fixed at 2100H. The stack pointer can be fixed by an instruction LXI SP 2100 and say this is the stack portion of the memory. Stack pointer is fixed at 2100. On execution of push B and push D instruction, now first we take push B. So B means that this will be decremented by 1, that is 20FF, and this 12, that is the content of B registers, are copied onto this memory location. Then this is decremented, that is 20FE, and then the content of C is copied onto this portion, and then so this completes push B instruction. Now push D means stack pointer is further decremented by 1, and then the contents of D register are copied onto this portion of memory, and again this is decremented by 1. So then the stack pointer is at 20FC, and then the contents of E registers are copied to this portion of memory. So in this way, this looks after push D and this is push B. Now let's discuss pop instructions. Pop instructions retrieves the register pair data from the stack. Pop instructions are pop B, pop D, pop H, pop PSW, program status word. Now let us see the effect of pop instructions. Let us say the stack pointer is at 2010 and it is loaded as per the data as per this data. Now on executing say pop B instruction, the stack pointer is pointing toward this data. So that means B means BC. So this is lower byte 1, 2 which will be loaded in C register, and then the program counter is updated to 2011. Then it points to this entry 38 which is loaded into B register, and then this gets updated to 2012. So this completes the pop B instruction. And let us say again we have further pop H instructions. So pop H means it is HL register pair. So then this is pointing toward 5, 6 which will get loaded in L register, and then program counter is updated to 2013, and this data, that is 1, 2 gets loaded into H. Again it is updated to 2014, and so this completes pop H. Let us say further we have pop program status word. So this means it is AF. So that means this 00 is loaded in F register, and then the program counter, the stack pointer gets updated, points toward FA which will be stored in accumulator, and then the stack pointer rests at 2016. So that means after executing these instructions, the stack pointer will be at 2016. The next instruction is XTHL. Exchange top of stack with HL. This instruction exchanges the content of HL register pair with 2 bytes at the top of the stack. Now let us see an example of XTHL instruction. XTHL is a 1 byte instruction. So program counter is updated by 1 after the instruction is fetched. During execution, it exchanges 2 bytes of the stack from the top with the contents of HL register pair, that is 34, as the contents of 2100 address, exchanges with 90 the contents of H, and 12 as contents of 20FFH gets exchanged with FF, the contents of L register. Now let us discuss PCHL instruction. This is a jump instruction which provides jump to address specified by HL Let us see this through an example. Let the content of PC is 2009H and say the content of HL is 2090H. On execution of PCHL instruction, the contents of PC becomes 2090. That is, the content of HL is copied onto PC. So, the next instruction is fetched from 2090 instead of 2009. Now, let us discuss I/O instructions. To transfer data between a microprocessor and a peripheral device, I/O instructions are used. This group has two instructions, that is in and out. Let us study in instruction. In instruction transfers data from the input port specified in the instruction to the accumulator. Let us look at the diagram. Suppose port 06H contains 36H. On decoding in 06H instruction, the contents of port 06H are loaded into the accumulator. Thus, 36H is transferred to the accumulator. Let us discuss an out instruction. This instruction transfers the contents of accumulator to the output port whose address is contained in the instruction itself. For example, let the accumulator contains 46H. Execution of out 0AH loads 46H in the output port having an address 0AH. Now, let us study machine control instructions. Execution of halt instruction stops the data processing, that is, address and data buses are placed in high impedance state. This is the last instruction of a program. It consumes 5 T states with 1 plus machine cycle. Next is NOP instruction. NOP instruction means no operation. This instruction does nothing but simply consumes time during its execution. NOP instruction is used in creating delays. Let us discuss interrupt instructions. Some pins of 885A allow the peripheral equipment to interrupt the main program for attention to specific activities. Whenever an interrupt occurs, 885A completes the instruction it is currently executing and then branches to a subroutine that provides service to the interrupt. Upon completion of the service subroutine, the CPU returns back to the main program. We are familiar with software restart instructions, that is RST0 to RST7. Likewise, 885A also has hardware restarts designated as TRAP, RST 7.5, RST 6.5, RST 5.5. When any of these interrupts is active, 885A produces a hardware call to a predetermined location. The interrupts are TRAP, RST 7.5, RST 6.5 and RST 5.5. Their vector locations are: TRAP has a vector location of 0024, this has 002C, this has 0034 and RST 7.5 has the location as 003C. They have their priorities also. Trap has the highest priority, then RST 7.5, then RST 6.5, and then is the RST 5.5. Now, among these interrupts, some are maskable, some are not. Trap is non-maskable interrupt. It has the highest priority and is non-maskable, whereas all these interrupts, they are maskable. That is RST 7.5 to RST 5.5. Now, trap is edge as well as level triggered, whereas RST 5.5, 7.5 is only edge triggered, and these two, they are level triggered only. Interrupt instructions are needed to disable the interrupt system or mask a particular interrupt or examine the pending interrupts. EI and DI instructions can enable or disable the maskable interrupts. The interrupts are automatically disabled by a system reset or by the acknowledgement of the previous interrupts. The programmer usually includes EI as the next to the last instruction in a subroutine, that is, say this is the subroutine. The last instruction is return. So, prior to it, we can use EI instruction to enable the interrupt. If a programmer wants to do some critical work independent of maskable interrupts, then he can use instructions in the main program as DI and then EI. So, that is, between DI and EI, he can do the critical work independent of the maskable interrupts. Next are SIM and RIM instructions. SIM is set interrupt mask. For knowing about the current status of masks, that is, whether the interrupt system is enabled. If yes, then which interrupts are currently masked? We use RIM instruction. Now, let us look at SIM format. Bit A7 and A6 are used for serial I/O. A6 bit is a switch for A7. If high, it enables sort bit. Bit A3 is a control bit for A2 to A0 bits and should be high in order to make these bits effective. Logic 0 in A2 to A0 bits unmask the corresponding interrupts, and logic 1 will mask. Bit A4 is an additional control bit for resetting RST 7.5. This is to remove the pending RST 7.5 interrupts. Let us discuss the use of SIM instruction. For example, we want to mask RST 7.5 and RST 6.5 interrupts. The control word becomes 00001110. The instruction which we need to have for this becomes MVI A 0E. This is 0E. So, MVI 0E and then SIM. So, this after executing SIM instruction, this format automatically transfers this bit pattern on the different pins of this interrupt system. For example, now a high bit is to be sent to SOD pin. So, for that the control word becomes 1100 and then 0, 0, 0, 0. And then the instruction becomes move immediate A C0 and then sim. And if say we want to send 0 to sort, so in that case, so this bit the control word is changed, so that becomes 40 instead of C0, and then we can execute move immediate A 40 and then the sim instruction. Now let us study rim instruction. For knowing about the current status of masks, that is whether the interrupt system is enabled and which interrupts are currently masked, we use rim instructions. Now let us look at the rim format. After the rim instruction is executed, the contents of accumulator will be as shown in the format. A7 bit refers to serial input data, then A6 to A4 bits are I7.5, I6.5 and I5.5, which refers to pending interrupts. If high, it indicates that a particular interrupt is pending. Then A3 bit is the interrupt enable flag. If high, then it enables the first 3 bits, otherwise these bits are disabled. A2 to A0 bits refer to interrupt masks. If high, that particular interrupt is masked. Let us take an example of rim instruction. For example, on execution of rim instruction, the content of accumulator is 4C. 4C means we can project it on this format. So this means that there is a pending interrupt. Since I7.5 is 1, so this indicates that there is a pending interrupt, that is RST 7.5. Interrupt system is enabled and RST 7.5 is currently masked. 885A has a SID pin. We can use this pin to receive serial data from a peripheral device. Each time a new bit arrives at SID, we can execute a rim instruction. I hope by now you must be clear about all the instructions of 885A microprocessor. The next lessons will discuss the application of 885A, emphasizing the use of these instructions.